Understanding slope. First thing you got to do when you're understanding slope is recognize that you're dealing with a coordinate plane. This whole thing that we're working with here is called a coordinate plane. It has a y-axis and it has an x-axis, and it has four quadrants. Quadrant number 1, quadrant number 2, quadrant number 3, and quadrant number 4. It's sort of like a C. It goes in this order right here, okay? Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Now, whenever you're graphing points, coordinates, all coordinates have an x, all points have an x coordinate and a y coordinate. And they're listed in this order, x and y. We've got a 3, 4 here. So that means to go to the origin, right here, where the x and the y axes meet. And we go 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, and 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4. And put a dot there, and that's that point. Positive means right or up. Negative means down or left. So let's do negative 2, 6. We go to the origin. The negative 2 tells you to go 2 to the left, and 6 tells you to go 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 7, negative 9. That means we come to the origin. We go left 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 down. 5, negative 1. We go to the 5. We go to the origin and we go 5 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And negative 1 tells you to go 1 down. Okay, 0, 6. 0 means that you do not move from the origin, and the 6 tells you that you go 6 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And finally, negative 3, 0. Negative 3 tells you to go 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. And then do not move up or down. So there's our point right there. Now you tell me, what are points A, B, C, D, and E? Take the time to pause the video, write down the coordinates of these, and then check with me to see if you got them right. Pause the video. Okay, point A. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 4, 7. Always put them in parentheses also. Point B is negative 1, 2, positive 1, 2, 3. Negative 2, positive 3. Did you get this? I hope that you did. All right, point C, 0, and then 1, 2. So C is 0, positive 2. D is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it doesn't move up or down, so that would be 0. So 8, 0. And finally E. E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, negative 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 4. So we've got negative 7, negative 4. I hope that you did well on those. Now whenever you have lines on the coordinate plane, they will intercept the x and the y axes at certain points, and we call those the y-intercept and the x-intercept. In this case, let me get a marker that's different color. Oop, I need a different one. We'll do it with blue. In this case, right here is the point where line B intersects the y-axis. That is called the y-intercept. Okay, and that point is 1, 2, 3. 0 because it doesn't move off the x-axis. Doesn't move anywhere on the x-axis. And then 1, 2, 3 up the y-axis. So that point is a 0, 3. Okay, now that was for B. Now for line A, the y-intercept is down here. So we count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that point is 0, negative 7. The x-intercept is where it obviously intercepts the x-axis. So for line B, here's line B, and it intercepts the x-axis right here. That is 1, 2, 3, 0. 3, 0. And line A is right here, which is 4, 0. Okay, so one thing you might want to notice here is the y-intercept occurs when the x is 0, and the x-intercept occurs when the y is 0. Just a note to put in your mind for reference later on, okay? You can use slope to describe the steepness of an incline or a hill. Whenever we went on our bicycle ride, it was always a little intimidating to see signs like this where it says that the slope is 10%. That doesn't seem like a lot, but what it means is that for every 10 feet you go across, you go up 1. So that means that it's an incline, something like this, which doesn't seem like a lot until you're on a bicycle. And but going down is pretty incredible. The steepness of a ramp is the ratio of the vertical change to the horizontal change. That's what I just got through telling you. In math, slope is a number that describes the steepness of a line. Okay, slope is the vertical change over the horizontal change. So we might have a line like the one we've got here, and we look at it and we say, how much does it go up for every amount that it goes over? Remember, slope is vertical change over horizontal change. One of the ways that you can do it is just simply by counting. And you find a place like this where the lines cross on your grid. That's the easiest way to find your slope, okay? So we start out at a place like that here, and we find the next place that it crosses an intersection here, and we try to find out what our slope is. So we go up 1 and we go right 1, 2, and that's where it intersects again. So we go up 1 and right 2, and that's our slope. Now we could have done this at another point. Instead of, we use this point, instead of stopping here, we could have stopped here. We would have gotten the same answer, because look, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 2 up and 4 across, which is the same as 1/2. You can do that at any point on the line. Any 2 points will give you the same slope on a line, okay? The other way to do it is the change in the y coordinates over the change in the x coordinates. What are the x coordinates of the first point here? The coordinates of the first point are -1, -2. And the coordinates of the second point are 1, -1. Now the way that you get the slope is you take the second y minus the first y over the second x minus the first x. Okay? And it doesn't matter which one you designate as number 2 and number 1, as long as you're consistent about it. So let's do this. This will be number 1, this will be number 2. So y2. The y in this one will be -1 minus, and the y in this one is -2. So we put -2 over the x in the second one is 1 minus, and the x in the first one is -1. So let's solve this. This is -1. Simplify this. This is -1 plus 2, because minus minus makes plus. So that gives us 1 over, and 1 minus a -1 gives you 2. So our slope is 1/2. And by the way, slope, this is the formula for finding slope. we represent slope with the letter M. So we go M equals the second y minus the first y over the second x minus the first x. And so our answer is M equals 1/2, which is the same answer we got by counting them earlier. And you say to yourself, well, why would I want to use the formula if all I have to do is count them? Counting them seems easier. Well, you won't always have a coordinate plane to be able to use whenever you're finding slope. So it's important to know the formula also. Let's try another one. Okay, first of all, let's count the slope, okay? So we go up 1, and then we go right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our slope is up 1 and right 7. So our slope is 1/7. And let's verify that by using the formula for it. So first of all, the coordinate of this point is 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0, -3. And the coordinate of this point is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -2. All right, now let's use our formula to be able to figure this out. So we've got, let's designate, let's do this. This time this one will be 2 and this one will be 1. So remember, our formula is M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we go y2, here's the y, -3, minus -2 over 0 minus 7. So -3, this becomes a plus because it's minus minus. So -3 plus 2 gives us -1. 0 minus 7 gives us -7. If we simplify this, a negative divided by a negative gives you a positive. So that gives you positive 1/7, which is the same answer we got by counting. All right, one more example here. We've got, let's count. We go down 1, which is negative, so down 1. And we go right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our slope is -1/8. For practice, let's do it one more time with the formula. Let's write down the formula so that it becomes stuck in our head. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And let's come over here and let's see what our points are. -1, -2. And we come over here and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3. 7, -3. And we'll let this one be 2 and this one be 1. We go -2 minus a -3 over -1 minus 7. So -1 plus -2 plus 3 gives us 1 over -1 minus 7 gives us -8. So we come over here and we compare and we have the same answer. Listen, it doesn't matter if the negative is in the top or the bottom. You're going to come up with the same line as long as you count correctly. Because look, if it's -1 over 8, and we start right here, we go down 1 and we go right 8. If it's 1 over 8, or 1 over -8, we can start here, go up 1, and then left 8. It's the same line. So don't get concerned about where the negative is. Just be consistent in the way that you follow whenever you're marking it off. Alright, now look at these lines, positive or negative slope. Let's look back over here. This line started low and went high to the right, and it had a positive slope. This line started low and went high to the right, and it had a positive slope. Same line, so it should, huh? This line started low and went high to the right, positive slope. This line started high and went down to the right, and it had a negative slope. So when you look at these, this one starts high and goes down. What kind of slope will it have? Right, it's a negative slope. This one starts low and goes high. It's a positive slope. And this one starts low and goes high, and it is a positive slope. Now this line is a horizontal line. So what kind of slope will it have? Well, let's do it first by counting. We start here and we go up how much? We go up 0 because it doesn't go anywhere, okay? Because see, here's the other point. You don't have to go up any to get to it. So that would be 0, how much it goes up. And then it goes right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0 over 5. Which gives us 0, because 0 divided by any number will give you 0. So the slope of a horizontal line is going to be 0, or no slope. Now let's check it just by doing it with the formula. This is 0, 2. This is 5, 2. So let's look what happens. We go y2, which is, we'll designate them 2 and 1. y2 would be 2 minus y1 is 2 over 0 minus 5, which gives us 0 over negative 5, which gives us 0, which is the same as what we got by counting. We have a similar situation with vertical lines, except it comes out just a little bit different. So let's see. Start at this point. We go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we went up 5. And we go to the right or left, 0. Well, what do you know when you divide by 0? Division by 0 is not possible, so it is undefined. Undefined. Alright? So division by 0 is undefined. So that's the slope of a vertical line. The slope is undefined. And if you check once again with the points, we've got -1, -2, which is this point, and -1, 3, which is this point. We go, we'll designate this as 2 and this is 1. We go -2 minus 3 over -1 minus a -1, which gives us -5 over, this becomes plus 0, which is the same thing we got to start with, which means our vertical lines are undefined. So lines that review here, lines that start low and rise high have a positive slope. Lines that start high and go low have a negative slope. Horizontal lines have 0 slope, and vertical lines have an undefined slope.